Welcome to this video, which is on April the 10th. It's Monday, it's 9:30 p.m. GMT. Now, what we're going to be doing today, in last week's video, we looked at some CFTC Net Traders setups with some simple chart analysis. I want to just go through and update the trades. AUD USD, which is moving nicely at the moment. Also, GBP AUD, which I think is the best trade around at present. Fantastic upside potential. Also want to look at AUD NZD as a potential shorting opportunity, and also USD MXN long. I think it's got massive upside potential. So we're going to be using simple charting, CFTC Net Traders positions. For those of you not familiar with the Net Traders positions, very briefly, we always want to be trading the smart money commercials and basically not the speculators. You'll see what that means as we go through the video. I also want to cover one of my favourite, or is my favourite indicator actually, in terms of indicating trend changes. It's the ADX, average directional movement, from Wilders. I always think Wilders is really underrated in technical analysis today. I mean, he's done some wonderful indicators and some great books. I strongly recommend, if you're into technical analysis, look up what he's written, particularly new concepts in technical trading. You'll just see how good the ADX is in a moment. I like to use that, if I can, the CFTC Net Traders, to add weight to my view. So right, what we're going to do now is go through the trade setups, and then basically I'll just come back and sum up with a few additional points. And we're going to look first of all at AUD USD. Just going to quickly look at the CFTC Net Traders positions on AUD USD before we look at how we're playing the trade. And last week we noted big divergence between commercials and speculators here. Commercials in blue, smart money heavily short, speculators very, very long. And we did get a nice breakdown this week. But look at the positions now. There is hardly any change. Okay, the speculators only slight lightening of their longs, commercials only slight lightening of their shorts. That points to more downside in this pair for us. So let's just go and look at how we're playing the trade. AUD USD daily chart, and before I draw the levels and update the current position that we've got, I just want to go back to February, and we did a video on this, and regular viewers might remember it. I put the ADX line on, which is this red line here, and basically it is probably, in my view, the most accurate indicator in basically giving you advance warning of trend changes. And there's only one way that you need to use it. Once it goes above 40, you can see the black line here, you just wait for a turn down. When it turns down, then you are probably going to get a correction against the prevailing trend. Now, the prevailing trend is up here, okay? You have to look at what the prevailing trend is. It can be either up or down. The 40 turn down just indicates the current trend is coming to an end. So we come in on this red candle here, just let it get back below 77, and you can see we do get one little poke above it again, but then a nice fall down to the 75 level. And I'm showing the ADX here. Obviously this one is in the past, but I'm going to show you in a moment on a current setup where the ADX turn down is indicating a potential trend change. Now, if we look last week at what we were saying on the chart, we were here on this candle here, and we said it's come through the 20-day moving average. We should go down to the 75 level. So we basically do that. So we're down at 75 now, which was our first target. And we're short at 76.70. Now, where are we going to go from here? Well, my own view is we are a little bit oversold in the short term. So possibly 75.50. So that candle up there. But I don't really see much upside here. I think we could go through the sloping line, target this flat line here. We're not going to go back above the 20-day moving average in my view. And if we look at the weekly chart, which I'm not showing today, but you can look it up for yourselves, the level to target is 72. So still plenty of downside. Now, of course, what you can do is take 50% of your trading. That's what we normally do it for at first target. At the minute, it's basically 170 odd pips profit. But obviously we're looking for 300 more. So far so good with AUD USD. Now what I'm going to do is just show the ADX line on a current setup, also of course with the CFTC Net Traders. So let's move to the next chart, which is USD MXN. We're on the Mexican peso against the US dollar. Now, in terms of CFTC Net Traders, they always put the foreign currency first. Of course, we trade USD MXN. This is where a flat position in the commercials and speculators is actually very, very relevant in my view. You'll see why when we look at the chart in a moment. When the Mexican peso was going up on the USD, or the USD was going down on the MXN, commercials were basically the right side of the move. Very short the USD, long the MXN. Speculators, of course, the other way round. Now what's happened is, as we start to sort of top out here, both groups are basically dropped to even. The commercials, no longer favour US dollar weakness on the peso. In terms of the speculators, they've all been hit on stop being the wrong way round. I think, now the commercials do not favour, the short side of the US dollar. When we look at the technical picture, we can see a nice trade setting up. So let's just move to how we're going to play USD MXN. On the USD MXN daily chart, and before we look at the potential trade on the right of the chart, I just want to draw your attention to this top into the 22 level. Got the ADX line on again. You can see above 40, turned down. I've drawn a line up from when that occurred right into the highs. It's a warning of the prevailing trend, which is up at the time, is going to end. What do we get? Really fantastic move to the downside. Wish I'd have seen that at the time. I'd have taken it short, but alas, I missed that one. Now, in terms of what we've got now, drawn another line. ADX turns down from 40 on that candle there. Okay. Now we haven't moved up yet, but it's warning that the prevailing downtrend is going to come to an end, and we could have a potential move to the upside. And what I like about this chart is, if we take the support line straight across here, see above that red candle there, blue candle slices up through the resistance. That is the Trump rally breakout. So that's effectively a retracement of the whole Trump rally. So low volatility pointing to a big move. We've got a little small position in the moment long. I want to add. So where do I want to add? Above the 20-day moving average. Look how well the 20-day moving average has held any pokes to the upside. Got to go back to January, okay, before we were above it. So I just think this has to be taken out. Then we'll see, a good move to the upside. So basically, we can do that. Sorry, if I could draw my line straight. You can see where I got it there, which is going to be, above that candle there, or two candles even. So what we can do is we can come in through this level here. It's at 1891.86, so I'll probably give it 1892.60 to add in at the moment. And where would the stop be? A stop would be back behind the 1850 level in my view. Where are we going to go to? Well, for me, this level here is on the cards, which is 2050. It's the first major level, I think, of resistance. Sorry, I can't draw straight lines today. So it's a trade with a really, in my view, good risk to reward on it. And with the mid band holding it for so long, or holding price rallies for so long, just if that is nicely taken out, I think we'll see good follow through to the upside. So that's my view of USD MXN. GBP AUD daily chart. For the moment, I'm just drawn in two levels. The level I entered through and my target up at 171. I'll draw some more lines in a moment on how you could potentially get into this trade long, if of course you wanted to. Now, in terms of the CFTC Net Traders positions, there are none for the crosses, but they're easy to work out. All you got to do is total up what non-commercial specs have got and commercials in terms of AUD USD and GBP USD. So what have they got? Non-commercial speculators 6-1 in favour of shorts over longs. That's despite the nice rally up in the pound. Commercials 5-1 in favour of longs over shorts. So the commercials still very bullish of the pound. Ratio slightly down on last week, but they're still pretty extreme. They point to more upside in the British pound. Now, we've done a few videos on this pair, and the first video was on this candle here when we first wanted to enter. I'm just going to go through this for new viewers. All we want to do is see a break of the 20-day moving average. 20-day moving average had held it. You can see all the tests here. This one can't take it out, that one can't take it out, that one, and that one can't take it out. So we know commercial buying was building up at the time. So as soon as the 20-day snaps, we expect follow through. It snaps, we get follow through to the upside. Now when we got to the 165 level, we're in at 161.40. We'd normally take 50% of our profit in. This time we didn't. We thought it would follow through to 167, these candles here. It didn't. So we had our stop at 163.80 and got stopped out. So we got 240 pips, and then it does run on a bit to the downside. But it comes to the 20-day moving average and also the round number, the 162 level. Look out, finds support here, finds support here. All we did was basically just wait for it to bounce off the round number. And yeah, coming through 162.30. Last video said, yeah, we should follow through to the upside. We've followed through nicely to the upside. We're now up at probably about 65.70. So we've got a really good profit here. You know, it's 330 odd pips. So this time I'm going to take 50% of our profit in. Now, where do I think we could retrace to? I think a retracement is probably likely from here. I would say these three candles here. Okay, you have to see how this one progresses, but 164, she's steadied up into that level. I think that would be a good buying opportunity. Stop behind, yeah, probably the 20-day moving average, which will obviously snake up a bit if we break down. But yeah, just any retracement here I think is a buying opportunity, or you could buy a breakout above 166. Now I'm expecting 171. Okay. However, if I look at the weekly chart, I really think this one could go to 180. So I think, yeah, it has a nice move to the upside so far. Yeah, giving us more than 500 pips. And I'm just hoping there's more to come. We shall see. But that completes my analysis of GBP AUD. On AUD NZD, the daily chart, just drawn two lines for a moment. I'll explain how I'm going to play this chart in a moment. But first of all, CFTC Net Traders ratios, non-commercial speculators 4-1 in favour of longs over shorts, so bullish the Aussie. Commercials are built up an 8-1 position in favour of shorts over longs. So they've got heavily bearish, so they're expecting a breakdown. And I think if we go and look at the chart, see here, this body here is resting right on these two candle tails where we had that little bit of a breakout. So if we come through this level, I think, yeah, we should move down quite nicely. Obviously, I put the target here 103.50, so plenty of downside if we do break lower. And I put the stop basically here. So basically, there's the 20-day moving average. I'll probably stick it behind that, back at about 109.50. Okay, so that's if we break lower. Let's say we rally up. Okay, I would like to sell her back to 108.70, or I'd sell her back to 108.70. You've got the round number behind, obviously, as resistance. So I think, yeah, the value would fail up to these two levels here. Sell it, and then I would put the stop at 109.70 or 80. Okay, so sell it on the rally, sell it on the break lower. In terms of our reading of the fundamentals, we view the Aussie as the most bearish of all three commodity currencies. We sold it on the Canadian dollar, that's moved nicely lower. Looking for this one to follow. I think we're going to get a good break to the downside. So basically, seller on the rally, seller on the break of support. We'll see how this one pans out. That's my overview of AUD NZD. We'll go back after that short review there of those Forex pairs. Obviously, that's my view right now. Obviously, it can change in line with the market conditions. If you want our full daily technical analysis on major Forex pairs, you can simply click on the link beneath this video. Now, in terms of those trades, we'll look in next week's review how they're doing. Probably have some more pairs shaping up by then as well. I mean, you said it in previous videos, if you use the CFTC Net Traders, it'll always give you confidence in your charting, not just to keep it simple, but also to give yourself targets that are more ambitious than if you didn't know the CFTC Net Traders. You want 300, 400, 500 pip trades, in terms of profits, to cover your inevitable losses, increase your bottom line profits. And I think that is where the CFTC Net Traders can really help you, alerting you to the best setups and giving you the confidence to hold for big profits as well. So that is the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you ever got any questions or queries, please feel free to email me. Take care. Have a good day.